I'm glad you're here. Coach Deb is ready for today's Diva Dialogue. Here she is.
Yay, I did it right this time. It's Coach Deb, and boy, is it Monday. Whoo-wee. Monday always kind of surprises me how quickly it sneaks up. Does it do that to you? I mean, it comes every week. I don't know why it surprises me, but it does. So, happy Monday to you, and welcome to Diva Dialogue. You know, sometimes we're so lucky when we meet people that we just seem to get along with, that we sync up right away. And I feel this way about my next guest, KELLIE Pardy. I haven't met her husband yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting him as well. They are my guests, and we'll be calling in shortly. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you a little bit about today. Today is my birthday, and every year I focus on what I want that year to be for me, how I want it to feel, what I want to accomplish, just what I want to do, all different kinds of things. And so this morning, that's what I did. I sat down with my journal, and I decided from now on that every year on my birthday, I'm going to start a brand new journal. I think that would be really fun. So that is what I am going to do from now on. I have to let them know, if you'll excuse me a minute. I'm going to keep talking, though. But if I'm kind of like, yeah, my Gmail is not opening, Kelly. So give me a second here. So I don't know. That seems like a really good practice for me to get into. Is to start a new journal every year on my birthday. And so I will do that from now on. And write down everything I want to accomplish, everything that is important to me to get done that year, and maybe reflect on what happened the year before. It seems less hectic to do it now than it would be the first of the year, because there's too much going on right then. So there we go. Okay. All right. Now we're good. So, I think that's a really good practice to get into, and I'm kind of looking forward to doing it, actually. So I just started a new one like a few days ago, so it'll work out perfectly for me to do it this year. I think it's a good idea. So I suggest that on your birthday, your next birthday, that you try it and see how it works for you. Okay? It's just a suggestion. So I was friends with KELLIE and Pardy on Facebook for quite a while, and I was really interested in what they were doing, so I was watching it. I was watching them. I was watching what they were doing, and, you know, they do drum meditations, and I'm going to pause this a minute because I have to get in touch with them. Okay, there we go. Everything's all set and we're all together. So welcome to Diva Dialogue, and KELLIE Pardy.
Hello.
It's It's Monday, and usually I don't have any problems on Mondays. Are always smooth sailing, but for some reason I was having trouble with the phone line to the studio and also getting online with my phone to tell you to call back.
All right. Well, we just kept hitting redial. So
Good. So welcome to Monday. So I was telling everybody how fun it was when we met, Kelly.
Yes, absolutely. It was one of those obviously meant to happen things.
Uh-huh. So how long do you think we had been communicating back and forth on Facebook? Like about a year, I bet.
I'm not sure now. I know it was shortly after our wedding, which was in June, or maybe it was before that, actually.
It was because I knew about the wedding. So I was watching the drum meditations and where you were going to be trying to catch one for quite a while before that. So
That's right. Yeah, and then it kind of just back and forth. You'd call me, and then I'd get busy or couldn't answer, and vice versa.
yeah, so it was funny. But then finally the timing was right, but the universe took care of it.
Absolutely.
So
well, and I had actually thought that you were someone else. Because we'd met a woman at one of our retreats that we do, and for some reason in my head, that was you.
Oh,
so,
isn't that funny?
So then when we actually met that day, I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't even who I thought I was talking to.
That's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I love that. So
obviously the universe wanted us to meet. So.
Yes. Yeah, and I didn't expect to see you there either. So it was at the Women to Women conference this year, and they did it a little bit differently, and it was pretty good. Did you like it?
I did, actually. Interestingly, I work for Catholic Charities when I'm not doing drumming, and they had contacted us. They contacted Strong Heart Drum Medicine because they were thinking about possibly doing a drumming as the open ceremonies. And as it turns out, they couldn't do that. But then about 2 weeks later at work, they said, we need you to go to this event. And I'm like, how strange is that? So I was definitely meant to be there.
Yes.
And I actually really, really found all of the speakers there really inspiring. All of their stories really touched me. And what I found really, really interesting is that every woman that I heard talk mentioned some form of meditation in her as an important part of, your daily routine.
Yes, that amazed me as well. And I'll tell you, the truth is the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're on to something, which brings us to the type of meditation that you guys lead. Hi, Ul. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. So let's talk a little bit about, first of all, your background, and both of you talk, however you want, tell the story however you want to. How on earth did you get into this, and why do you do it, and what does it do for us? Those are a lot of questions.
I'll let Ul field the how do we get into it.
Well, in the late 90s, I broke down and purchased my two native drums. One was Alaska fire drum and the other was Sioux ceremonial drum. I bought the biggest ones they made at that time. So it's 24-inch Alaska fire drum and 26-inch Sioux ceremonial drum. But I really wanted to play them and join a drum circle and join a tribe, so to speak. But I was busy with my tasks and jobs and lifestyle, and I was shy too, but it took me years of silent conversation with these drums and growing up together in a way and growing together. And my spiritual path took a turn towards more action, and I started using those drums only 4.5 years ago. Doing meditations and drum journeys and shamanic journeys with those two drums, and then I made more drums myself, and I've been evolution of getting involved and doing things for people that they invite me and Kelly to. Since we met a year and a half ago, we've been slowly doing them together. So
we, I had been living on the west side of the state, and Ul had started doing this on his own already. And my sister-in-law, I moved back to Owasso, where my parents live, and my sister-in-law one day said, "Hey, come to this event with me. It sounds like it's something that's right up your alley." So I did, and I kind of sat there as he's got a fairly elaborate drum set, not focusing on meditation, but trying to figure out which woman in the room was his girlfriend. And when I think he's pretty cute. And obviously from there it was history. And then slowly we started doing it together, and now we do seminars together before we do the actual meditation.
That's
kind
of funny, actually. So, he didn't have a girlfriend there with him?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Didn't.
Phew. What a lucky break, Ul.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, my first thought about him was, I wonder which lucky woman gets to go home with him.
Huh, isn't that funny? And now that lucky woman is you.
Yeah, and now I'm his wife. So
I love that. That's very charming. So it's so cool, Ul. How cool, Ul. It's so cool that how you just knew that that's what you were supposed to do. It didn't take you long to figure it out either, did it?
No, it's just I decided to become more connected with the spirit world and my purpose, and to be more involved in the physical, bringing the physical and the spiritual together with using drums as musical instruments are doorways to the spirit world. And each time we use them, it opens doors. And so I say each strike of a drum opens a door. So there are endless possibilities during our drumming sessions for people to connect, power themselves with joy and fulfillment and messages. Basically, connection with the spirit world brings you in tune and into harmony and balance, and with a sense of fulfillment and completion. So it gives me energy to do that. And we always travel together. The set of instruments we use takes an hour to build, an hour to back together again after the session. But it's I call it a ship because it takes us on a journey, and we use solfeggio chimes, tubular bells, drums, shakers, and a Peruvian rain stick, and a flute, and a gong. So there's quite a few instruments we use for that 1 hour sound journey to give us a sense of connection and travel and peace and
it's kind of a classic story of follow what your heart has passion for and what you love, and it will lead you to so many more things, and so much more than you ever expected it would.
Right. And I know music is often referred to as the universal language, and that is so true, isn't it? So many of our memories are ignited by hearing a song.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It only
and
makes
music,
sense.
It's really interesting. We had a instance this summer that highlights that perfectly, because we had gone up north to do a drumming at an event near Traverse City, and we were out to dinner, and we were in this restaurant that was playing sort of classic late 80s and 90s music. And without even paying attention to the music per se, we went in, we sat down, we ordered our food. Next thing you know, we're talking about memories from high school. Because that would have been when we were in high school. And, we were sharing, we didn't go to school together, obviously, all from a different country altogether. So so we were just kind of sharing those stories, and then all of a sudden it